Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good. Guys, today we're going to be reacting to college debate loving fathers who save our country. Guys, let's get right into this.
So me personally, I'm a young adult. I'm in the service, and I have my wife here with me, and we're about to have a kid. So yeah, you see now we're about to. Yeah, so it's gonna be obviously, it's gonna be my first kid. I'm nervous like a normal parent, but one of the biggest things things that's weighing on my conscience as I'm about to be a dad, is just the environment I'm raising my kid in. So like I was lucky to be born in a time where it was less, chaotic with all these like gender this, gender that, LGBT, ABCD, whatever you want to call it. Like all that stuff was not as relevant when I was growing up, but my kid, is about to come into a time where I feel like we're just fighting to know what man and woman is. And that's something that's like super basic to me growing up. So like me as a dad, the last thing I want to do is to hear my son come back to me saying, "Hey dad, I'm going to a college to hear about what a man and woman is." Even though, 15 years down the line, I'm like, yeah, I did that back when I was, age or whatever. So like, that's my biggest question is like, how do I have the confidence in knowing that the life that I'm about to bring into this world is something that I can at least control to some point. God controls everything, but
Amen.
something I can control at some point where I don't have him going, having to fight these trials or these weird people out here.
What a great question. Isn't that just terrific? I love that. I'm a new father. We have a 20-month-old, so I'm by no means an expert. But you'll learn that kids spell love Time. And that's one of the most important things that as a father, every minute of time that you can spend is valuable and precious, right? It's not as easy. You might have to, serve and be deployed and all that. It's the most important thing you can do. Remember the scriptures tell us children are a blessing of the Lord, and you are the guardian of that child, right? Which means you must protect that child from outside influences. There are three types of people in this world. There are predators, there are infants, and the protectors of infants. You fall into one of those three categories. So you're about to welcome an infant into the world. And especially as the head of the household, the male, you must constantly be looking at the threats, right? You must constantly be looking at the attack vectors because there is a growing, unregulated, unchecked community of predators in this country that are coming after children younger and younger and younger. And it's you as the father to instill values from a very young age. And so I'm by no means an expert, but I could tell you this. I have seen over many years parents that have brought their kids to turning point events, parents that have exposed their kids to these ideas, and it bears fruit. The earlier you introduce them to these ideas, the earlier you get them excited about Jesus and the Word and the Scriptures. Yeah. And the final thing is, the creepy thing that I've learned, not creepy, is how much even an 18-month mimics the parent's behavior and how much that they are in the mold. Everything you do, from what you say to how you act. So not as if there's like enough pressure already on you, right? Right? But look at that as like, I got to be the best version of myself. And as soon as you get married, you are no longer a boy and you become a man. But when you become a father, a whole different thing comes in, right? Because becoming a husband is awesome, and that you'll always have that. Father is like a different level, right?
Yeah.
And balancing the paranoia with the fun times is something that all of us new fathers have to realize. And I get told this all the time from parents. I don't know if I would have kept my head if I had to raise a kid in today's America. I get that told all the time. Because it's a different world, but with God, all things are possible.
Yep. Amen.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
Guys, this was so interesting. I mean, I have been watching a lot of Charlie Kirk's, debate, him answering Q&As, but like this, I find this really, really, really helpful to a lot of people. I mean, yeah, getting married, becoming a husband is a really, really great thing. But trust me, it is nothing like being a father. I mean, when you become a father, you have to nurture that kid until that kid is able to, stand for himself till he becomes an adult. Trust me, whatever comes out of that kid is going to be like you. Like, you're going to be blamed for it. I mean, and many like kids who whatever they want to do when they become an adult, sometimes it actually like reflects on what their parents, have taught them what, like, the environment they lived in, how they groomed themselves to that stage. I mean, you can't tell me that somebody, let's take this scenario. So I'm going to, tell you something quick. So my sister went to university here, and then one of her roommates at that time, I mean, 100 level first semester, was a deeper life member. And when you see deeper life people as a church, for those of you that don't know, when you see them, they mostly don't put on earrings, they don't braid hairs. I mean, they just have like their natural hair. I don't know, but they don't wear earring, and they dress like, skirts and stuff like that. But this girl, after saying she was a deeper life member, she's in school, and then she's putting on earrings. She has an extra hole. In fact, she's wearing different type of hairs, and she's, wearing bomb shot out and everything. And then she's even going for night parties. Don't get me wrong, I'm not judging her or anything. But yeah, but whenever her parents come to school to see her, because her dad is a pastor, when he comes to school to see her, guess what? She quickly runs inside, and then she changed to a very long gown, removes her earring, wears scarves and everything, and then everybody started laughing. Now, when I spoke to my sister and I looked at this girl's case, and I'm like, why is she behaving like that? Now, she's an adult, so you blame her for her misconduct and everything. But when you take an insight to her life, you see that while growing up, she wasn't allowed to, come out of the house. I feel like as a parent, there should be a level of freedom you give to your kids. Why? Not to make them turn to rascals or anything, but to make them learn, to make them have an insight of what the outside world is like. You shouldn't make them like go all free, but they should have this little freedom that they're able to see that this is how the world is. This is what the world is like. You don't hide everything from your kids. Yes, there are sensitive things that shouldn't be told to them to help them, but there are things that they should have insights on. I mean, this girl wasn't allowed to come out. So when she finally gets the space to come out, she wants to try out everything she sees, not knowing that, oh, this thing is not good. This thing could kill me. But no, she hasn't like seen what he has done to people. All she knows is just the four corners of her house. And now she wants to do everything that she's seen other people do to get the experience of it. Now, guys, my point is that when you become a father, a mother, it is not easy. Trust me, that job of being parents is not easy. I mean, even when you look at divorce, some people who get divorced, mostly some of them, it's because of their kids. Trust me, that life is not easy. I mean, a lot of people just want to be free, but when you want to have kids, trust me, it's not easy to train them. But I swear, it is worth the trial. I mean, there are certain ways you have to live. You see, when I talk, I like reflecting on myself. I feel, okay, my dad becoming a father of, 5 girls, he was able to train us properly. When I mean train us properly, he was able to nurture us in ways that, like, you grow with it. What Charlie Kirk said was, when you tend to teach a child something, teach them from a very early stage. Now, when it comes to Jesus, we were taught to love God from a very little stage. So growing up, you know that God is all you have. That is just the beauty of life. God is all you have. So when you want to teach a child something, you really have to start from an early age. So I really pity a lot of, children who really didn't have to grow with their parents, and maybe them finding their parents years after. Their childhood is gone. To teach an adult something is not easy, trust me. Because right now, if my mom is trying to tell me, Jessica, do this, I may have my own thing to do. I may have my own mindset to what she wants me to do. I may not want to do it. And then I'm going to argue it out. Oh no, I don't want to do this because I would prefer to do this rather. And then she's telling me, I know what's best for you. But me growing up, her teaching me all these things, and then she comes to me, oh, do this. I'll be like, yeah, she knows best. I think this is what or try. But then me not seeing you at all throughout my childhood and you come out from the booze and then you tell me to do this, trust me, it's not going to work. So I would like to hear what you guys have to say. But my advice out there to, you know, parents and people that want to become parents, I know I've not, have a taste of it. I was a child, or should I say I'm still my parents' child. And I've seen how my parents raise my siblings, I've seen how my cousins raise their kids and all. And I can tell you that to train a child in a good way, you have to start from a very early stage, getting them to know the things of life, getting them to see that this world is not a bed of roses. You have to see that there are a lot of things in this world that could make you go crazy. But how you handle them is what's going to keep you living. But guys, I mean, this has been long. So please tell me what you think, and don't forget to put advice out there for people. A lot of people are really going to, learn from this and take it in. Like, a lot of people need it, but coming out is hard for them. But please put it out there. Don't forget to also like, share, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys.